Today we're going to touch on the average salary for a first-year realtor. But first, let's do all the intros. This is the After the License podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Buettner, and this is the podcast where we help real estate agents build their business. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. We have YouTube-specific trainings, live streams, and a bunch of fun stuff. We've got a ton of goodies in every single one of our descriptions of our YouTube videos as well, links to our Facebook group, and a course on how to create your database and your sphere of influence and all that fun stuff. Okay. So you're maybe thinking about getting into real estate, or maybe you just got your real estate license and you're trying to figure out how much can I expect to make in my first year? What does the average realtor make as a salary in their first year of being in real estate? Well, the first thing to think about is if you're watching this video as a real estate agent, most likely you're not going to actually be getting a salary. When you sell real estate in the United States, you're going to be an independent contractor, which means a lot of things, right? You're not working for a corporation or a company in most cases, and you're not getting a monthly paycheck or even a bi-weekly paycheck. When you get into real estate sales, more often than not are going to be working on a sales commission basis. So how much of that commission can you expect? Well, National Association of Realtors puts out these profiles on realtors every single year. So the last one we have to reference is from 2020. I know this is 2021, but the last one we have to reference was from 2020, and it touched on agents' commissions in 2019. And what they said is, for realtors in their first 2 years, the median income was about $8,900. So if you're in your first 2 years of real estate, the median income is $8,900. Now, you're probably watching this video and saying, holy smokes, Jeff, what the bleep, right? And the reality is there's a lot of things that go into that number. We've touched on this channel a ton that when you get into real estate, there's going to be a slow period, especially in your first year. It takes time to build up that momentum to have sales. So it's not uncommon when you get into real estate to not have any closings for your first 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So I think that has a huge impact on that number. The other thing that impacts this number is there's a lot of people who get their real estate license and don't actually go into real estate full time. They start doing it part-time, or they get their license to represent themselves, or they get their license for some other position. So that inevitably is going to skew this number. I think the biggest thing to think about and understand when you're getting your real estate license and you're thinking about getting into real estate and you're thinking about how much am I going to make in my first year is this is all going to come down to you and how well of a job do you do generating new leads, networking, prospecting, and marketing your business. I know a lot of real estate agents who started off in their first year and make $50,000, $100,000, or even more. And then there's a lot of new real estate agents who don't really have that momentum. They don't invest enough in their business in terms of time to lead generate and build their business, and they have 0 closings in their first year, or they only have a handful. So the reality is when you get into sales, it can vary wildly. Now, there's things you can do to ensure that you have success, and that's taking actions every single day to make sure you're successful. I do a video on the first 30 days in real estate. I'll put a link up here, and we touch on what should you be doing every single day to build your business and make sure it's sustainable. So go check out that video. The other thing you can do is think about joining a real estate team. So often, real estate teams are looked down upon because they take a bigger chunk of your commission. There's a higher commission split with them, but they can set you up with leads, processes, systems. They can tell you, hey, this is what you should be doing every single day to have success. And more often than not, if you follow those things and you take those necessary actions, you can have more success than you would if you were figuring it out by yourself. Okay, this was your first year salary as a realtor. We touched on the median income for new realtors according to the National Association of Realtors, but then we also touched on, hey, this is a business that you're going to have to focus on, and everyone's different, and it really depends on what you go out there and earn. So I hope you found value from this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're watching on YouTube, and I'll catch you next time.